Hey, hey, people. Let's see. Should be back. Um, Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. Good evening to you all, and welcome. We're trying to do this thing for. Okay. Trying to do this thing for our brother Joe Dahn, and I should be able to see the comments, shouldn't I? Okay. Yeah. No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. Oh. Welcome, folks. So I'm going to be here very briefly for about 45 minutes or so, tops. We're trying to raise some money for a brother, a young man who's running for mayor for Darby Borough. Hello, sis Nelly. How are you, Mother Florence Kingsley? How do you do? Patrick GK, my friend. Good evening to you. I hope the family is doing good. I'm very glad to be here. Good evening and welcome to all of you. So this is to help Brother Joe Dahn raise some money to help with his campaign. Munakoti. Brother Dahn is running for mayor of the Borough of Darby. That's in Pennsylvania. He's a young man. He's very, very smart. He's hardworking. He's determined. He's focused. He's done a lot of work already on his own. I had the privilege to join him and others on Saturday of last week to do some door knocking. And I realized that he's done a lot of work, and he's earned his place, So we trying to help him out to raise the money to help his cause. That's what we're trying to do. Running for representative. So wherever you are, you can join us later on. They're gonna come on. They're gonna have their Cash App. They're gonna have their Zelle, $20, $10, whatever you can chip in when the guys join me, and we can do that. What's wrong with the numbers? I don't know what's wrong with the views. I'm seeing 138 views. That is something is not right. Something is not right. All right, so we got Joe Dahn here.
Hello.
Hey, brother Dahn.
Hey, you can hear me, brother?
Loud and clear.
Okay.
All right, so whenever the others come, we'll just add them.
Okay.
Where's the team with the Cash App and the Zelle?
They are. So I just literally left the field, but we have the Cash App going here. I left those guys in the field. I mean, I couldn't take a day off, so I sent them out there. They're out there knocking on doors while I'm here, trying to do this.
Good. But, you have others that are going to join us, right? So who's going to be in charge of the Cash App and the Zelle? You got them?
Absolutely, yes. We're only doing the Cash App tonight, and I'm going to put the name up here. But our finance guy is going to be here very shortly. He says it's about 5 minutes away, and he'll be able to give us the updates as we go.
Okay. You should share that Cash App number with me. Cash App is quite popular with our people.
Absolutely.
People out there. Okay, so let's talk about how was it today in the field.
It's a great experience, my man. It's my favorite part of the campaigning thing. Usually a lot of candidates, they don't like to do the field work. But for me, I'm a people's person. I like being out there among people. I like talking to the people, especially because I'm speaking the language of the people, my man. When I'm knocking on these doors, I don't gotta keep the series going and all of those things. So it's different, when I'm out here knocking on doors and campaigning for myself compared to when I'm campaigning for other candidates. Because usually when when I used to be campaign manager, it will be different experiences compared to now. Now that I'm running as the candidate myself, and in an area where I can be myself, my authentic self. As a Liberian and all of that, is a great experience. Very, very great experience.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I see something. I'm trying to share this link here, so excuse me as I multitask because people are asking.
Do that. I'm wondering what's going on here with our views. For some reason, it seems very strange. That we will be under 200 views at this point. That's pretty strange to me. I don't know what's going on. Well, folks,
it might have been. You remember we switched link. We switched link kind of last minute, so that might be playing a factor in there. I know some people are telling me that link.
No, I'm talking about the Facebook viewing.
Oh, okay.
Not the link. This is quite strange.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very strange. Yeah, so we're waiting for for it to build up. But let's talk about Joel. Let's talk about while you're running. Maybe I'm gonna wait until I have your full attention before I begin to ask you some important questions.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is really, really strange. This is strange. I had to shut the first video down because of that. So let's see. Let's see what happens. All right. Good evening, people. Welcome. I see my sister Musu Snyder. I see Terrace Water Genesis. I see Tom Boakai, Tombi Kai. I see Felita. Kongba Mami Tike. I see Ruth Geffy. I see my sister Winifred Johnson. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Let me know when you're ready. For some reason, I don't know what's happening. I don't. I see we have another person here. Hey, David.
Hey, Lacosta, how you doing?
I'm very well. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Big Darby, what's up? What's going on?
We did, man. We gotta push up again. We gotta make sure.
I know.
Too much, my man.
What's up? David here is one of the pioneers of moving Delaware County forward in our immigrant community here, my man. Darby, when I be saying it, but the position I'm in, it looks good for a young man, but I'm walking on the backs of giants like David. David been here for a while, man, putting in the work here in Delaware County, working with the young people here in Delaware County. Well recognized by our state legislature. He's ran campaign for our state representatives before, and he's been doing the work. So Bobby, I just want to make sure I can give you your flowers while you're still here. Like all of y'all, motivating the young.
Our eyes on different level. We're sending all the young people in front.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, as I stated, man, I want to appreciate Costa too, man, because it don't matter what angle it's coming from, whether young, and for me, I believe in the young people energy, man. So we are on it.
For sure.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, folks, good evening to you. Welcome. It's 18 minutes past 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We have with us the candidate, Mr. Joe Dahn himself. He's running for mayor of Darby County. It's a county in Pennsylvania that has in Delaware County in Pennsylvania. They're a predominantly immigrant borough. They've got most of the people there, as a matter of fact, are Liberians, and Sierra Leoneans are also very, very many there. And Joe Dahn currently works at the Pennsylvania State Senate. He's been on many campaigns for folks who've run for state senate and state rep, and he served on the statewide board of education, a position to which he was appointed by the governor of Pennsylvania, Tom Wolf. He was, that's a prestigious position. He was the first African Black person to become the chair of his school, of the university that he attended, Bloomsburg. He became the chairman of their student body association, and with assets to the tune of $34 million. He was chairman and CEO of that. He managed that. He became the president of the colleges, of all of the colleges in the state of Pennsylvania. So while Joe Dahn might be a very young man, but he's done a very many things in his very young life. And so he knows the ins and outs of Pennsylvania politics. He commingles and rubs shoulders with the who's who. And so he is no greenhorn, he is no novice. He knows the game. And so he is running to become the first, when he wins, which I believe he will, once our people get out to vote. In fact, this race can easily be won with Liberians. As long as our people turn out to vote, there is no reason why this young man will not win. Because Darby Borough is a predominantly Liberian borough and immigrant. So we just have 300, 400, 500 people to turn out to vote, Liberians in particular, and he's your next mayor. And so we want to help. And that's why we're here today, to try to raise some money. I went out there in the field on Saturday. I had an amazing time with them, meeting our people, interacting with them. So today we decided to come here to raise some money. Your $10, your $20, your $50, whatever amount it is you can send, that's going to be great. We need that. And so, we're going to get that. And you don't have to be in Pennsylvania to do this. I remember we all were made very proud when Mike Elliott in Brooklyn Center was elected mayor, when the gentleman in Montana, what's his name again, Joar? Of course. How could I forget his name?
You talking about Mike Elliott?
No, Mike Elliott is from Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. But the gentleman from
Wilman Collins, Mayor Wilman Collins.
Wilman Collins, a predominantly, Republican state and city, and he won. So America has changed quite fundamentally. Things have changed, and particularly in the case of Joar, he's the only immigrant running in a for mayor. Could you kind of mute that? In a place where he is predominantly immigrant. So that is a very, very good thing. So Joy, you're going to send me the number. I'm going to post the number right here, and we're going to put the number, or just type it right here under the podcast, the Cash App number and the name to that number, so that we can have people chip in a little they can. So Joe Dahn is a write-in candidate. That is important to note. When you walk in there into the booth on May the 18th to vote, which is next week Tuesday, is it not, Joe? It's next week Tuesday, right?
Next week Tuesday, yes.
Yeah, when you walk in to vote, if you're in Darby County, Darby Borough, they will hand you a ballot, and it's at the back of the ballot, right?
It is.
At the back of the ballot, you want to do some demonstration there for us, please?
Absolutely.
At the back of the ballot, yes.
So this is what it's gonna look like.
Yep.
Right here.
Yep.
And
So that one in the circle, yeah, that one in the square or the rectangular.
Right
So
here.
that's what it's gonna look like. You're gonna write his name there. And his name is very easy to spell. It's Joar, and the last name is Dahn, Joe Dahn, or Dahn. That's what his name is, and you're gonna write it there on election day. Now, Joe, let me come to you before we go to Mr. Banto. You've been working very hard. And how optimistic are you? That you're going to clinch this thing.
Coach, I'll say this. If I didn't think the race were in my favor, I wouldn't be wasting my time. So I'm feeling very, very optimistic. The community is excited. Darby Borough itself, none of our local races has ever had this kind of attention. Currently, for those that have access to our literature, you will see here that Darby Borough is finally getting national attention. This right here is a national endorsement. This is a Run for Something. It's a national organization. Let me see if I can see me. This here, Second Generation, is a statewide organization, the whole state of Pennsylvania. And this is the whole Delaware County, this right here. So Darby Borough has never had any kind of nationwide publicity as far as his local race. And my candidacy was able to bring that was able to bring those kind of positive attention to Darby. Obviously, the only downfall is I'm running as a write-in. But with this kind of this kind of attention that's being brought to this race, and with the kind of work that I've already put in the community, and the demographic being in my favor, it all just increased my sources of optimism, my man. So right now I'm feeling really, 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 really excited, and I don't want to speak ahead of time, but I already feel like this race is in our favor. That's only if our people come out. That's exactly the purpose of this meeting. The purpose of bringing Costa on board, and me bringing all of the elders on board, because this race here, if the Liberian people don't come out, the Sierra Leoneans don't come out, the other Western African immigrants in the community don't come out, then this race easily I lose it. But historically speaking, we usually don't come out. Our people are registered, but we just don't come out. So if there's ever a time that we need to come out, this is the time yet, because usually the only presidential year we will come out. And obviously, with Trump not being president anymore, the expected turnout is not supposed to be that high for midterms election like this, for these kind of elections. But our community, specifically the Liberian community and the Western African community, we need to treat this election like we're trying to get rid of Trump. So we really need all of our people to come out this year. So to answer your question, I'm feeling very, very optimistic, my man, especially when we're knocking on the doors. We're knocking on the door. Every interaction we've had so far has been positive. People are excited. They are ready for change, and not just the Liberian community, because my white supporters, my Black American supporters, They are all people I know I can count on. And it's sad to say it because the reason I'm going so hard for the immigrant community specifically is, even though I'm an immigrant, I don't have 100% faith in my people showing up to the polls. And that's why we are here. We are mobilizing and doing every single thing we can for our community. So this is a challenge to the community. And we all have to understand, this, it may be my name that's going forward. It may be my, I may be the face of this movement. But this movement is not about Joe Dahn. This movement is about all of us. It's about all of us. So I'm very, very optimistic, and so is the rest of our team here, and so is the members of our community.
Thank you so much, Joe Dahn. Let's speak to Mr. Banto. Mr. Banto, let's hear you. We're gonna go shortly. Joe, I'm waiting for you to send me that number.
Okay, absolutely.
Just type it in there.
I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, do that. Mr. Banto, let's hear you, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Costa. I think this I listened to the introductory part of this whole event this evening. And I think Mr. Costa touched on the right thing. This community, we have, connected so much to different stuff here. We have mobilized to the level that even if anything in this county is going on, if we appear, the people know that the immigrant community is represented. But outside of just our representation with, electing people, fighting to elect people, you have to be right at the table. All right? That's the only way we can make the impact, because there are issues in this community that affect us. And I mean, age-wise, this young man is not about age. For me, I believe in the young people energy, as I stated earlier. Joar, I deal with all of these young guys, and he is well seasoned, honestly. I mean, because when he was in college, he went through the system, working the lawmakers office, the governor, and all of that during the campaign. I remember during Governor Wolf campaign, I was in the media section. He was one of the young guys that were with a group from the Harrisburg area. So again, it's not about the age. What we are trying to do in this community, I believe if we even have young men like this on the table, he would make decisions that will impact the life of the young people that we are losing in this community. There are a whole lot of issues. If you look in the immigrant community, we are completely locked into something called, like, I don't know if it's lack of knowledge or lack of access to a lot of stuff here, but our kids, when even a child get killed from the immigrant community, the kids don't go anywhere. All right? We will fight it. It would not go anywhere, because why? We don't even have the first hand to go after things. Now, this young man is coming in this race. We are here today. I work with a youth group here. I support a youth organization within this community. I think Joel can attest to it. During the heat of the riot or the demonstration in the United States, we engage people in policy making. I mean, judges, lawyers. We brought them in for the kids to ask some hard questions. We engage in. How can we be part of this whole thing that is going on? And Joel was one of those young people that were among the kids that led a group to the level where we were able to engage the police commissioner in my township here. And we really grilled the guy. So again, I have no doubt in my mind that this young man is capable for this position. I'm not looking at the age. So this evening, I joined my brother Costa so that we can actually give this young man a support. I know going to the pool is a very difficult thing for our people, but what we can do here is our population, we have the population. We can make this happen. So what we need to do, I can assure the listening public right now and all our citizens that are listening tonight, that we will make the resources available, and we're going to lead this thing like the Jehovah's Witness. We're going to go door to door, transport people. If you don't have transportation, I will make my number available. My vehicle will be available. Let us get people to the poll. Go and vote. If you are okay to vote, if you are registered to vote, go and vote. Let's give this a shot. Because, look, like I said, there are a whole lot of things we can change here within our immigrant community, but you cannot change it from the outside. You have to be inside. That's how the system works. So we can do it. This happened in Minnesota. We have another brother that won election. I mean, we have the voting power. I can tell you because I ran in this township in this county before. So we have the voting power. I can tell you that. So Mr. Costa, not to take all the time. We're gonna be chipping in here tonight to give the man, the support, the young man, encourage our people to come to the poll, and we will be there to help anybody that needs assistance. We also financially we have to help tonight because all of these things require money. So again, I want to say thank you for stepping into this thing. This is not our Liberian politics; is the U.S. one. Let us come together as family to do this. Please, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Banto. And folks, we're now going to officially open this fundraiser. We've got over 200 people here. If you want to come on, if you want to join, I just put the link here. The Cash App number is already pinned. You can see the Cash App number is 484-686-8419. That's the Cash App number. And that's how we're soliciting your contributions. Now, Joe Dahn has been doing this pretty much on his own. He's solicited some money from some donors, but this is the first time he's having such a public thing where we're asking all of our people who are able to chip in so that we help his bid, because it's very, very important. We need your support. He's the Liberian American, came to this country 15 years ago, and he has done very, very well for himself. Focused, determined, did very well in school, got a full scholarship straight through a full ride through university, and he's been involved with Pennsylvania politics from Joe, let me ask you a question. You graduated from a very good school, and you distinguished yourself in school, and you accomplished a lot. You could have done a whole lot of other things. Why did you choose to go into Pennsylvania politics, or politics for that matter?
Yeah, man, that's a good question. Because my parents, and I know my mother is watching here, they didn't want me to do politics at all. They didn't want me to get into this route. When I told them I was going to study political science in college, initially they weren't supportive of it. But obviously, as I made it work, they are big supporters now. So, but initially, my dad wanted me to be an engineer. My father is an engineer. And then my mom wanted me to go to do the sciences. My brother is a doctor. But none of those things interested me, my man. The thing that really interested me was helping people. Every opportunity that I got to help people, it always just made me feel good knowing that I was able to be a resource to somebody else. I always been in a position to be able to help somebody, to be in a leadership position. So I always attribute my political stock to something as simple as playing sports. When I used to play American football here, I was always that young man that helped my other friends to make sure their form was proper, their tackle was proper, and all these other things. And all of those I didn't know initially were gradually going to end up leading into basically some kind of leadership. And that's how I got involved in here, my man. Something as simple as sports, because I've been playing sports my whole life, and it ended up transitioning, and of course student government, because I've been involved with student government my whole life. My elementary school and my high school, I was always the president of my student governments, from all the way to elementary school all the way to college as well. So all of that ended up just transitioning into me wanting to get more involved. But especially here in my community where I live, I just saw that we needed some talent, my man. We need some young talents and new energy in our local government. That's what we needed. And I personally never really had any interest in local government. I always used to think, if I'll do anything, because most of the issue I care about is like gun violence, immigration, and all of those things. None of those are handled at the local level. So all of my advocacy effort that I used to do in the past were always at a state government or a federal government. But then I also, the opportunity rose where our current mayor isn't running, and I realized, our community also can use some talents. And our community as in Darby Borough, even though I really didn't have much interest in local politics, the people are tired of what the status quo is currently. And so, I decided to throw my hat in a ring after hearing that.
Beautiful. Well, folks, there you have it. Joe Dahn, he's running for Darby Borough Mayor, and the election will be on Tuesday next, the 18th. We know people are working, but please make some time. If Liberians vote, he will win. If Sierra Leoneans vote, he will win, because they are the two largest segments of the population in Darby Borough. Liberians first, and then our Sierra Leonean brothers and sisters from right across the border. So come out on Tuesday of next week and vote. But today, I was out with him on Saturday of last week, and I know the campaign literature, the paraphernalia, the gas, and all that kind of stuff, they cost money. And so we're asking you to chip in whatever you can, $10, $50, whatever you can, so that we can help this thing work. Now, the Cash App number is pinned right there under the live podcast. It's 848. You want to be able to sit and say tomorrow, oh, yes, I was part of helping this guy. I was involved. It's going to make you proud. And Darby Borough is just 45 minutes away from me. If you're so close. So like every time I'm going to go to Darby, I'm going to be like, yes, I was part of making history. The first immigrant mayor of the borough of Darby, or Darby Borough. That's something you want to be proud of. You want to be able to say to yourself, I was able to send my $20, my $50, my $100. So we can do that. So there's a number. He's a young man. He's done very well for himself. He has good standing, and he's pretty well connected, and he's very hardworking, and he's passionate. He's got great ideas for the people of Darby Borough. And once our people turn out to vote, he will win. It is as simple as that. We just need about 300-400 Liberians that turn out to vote. He's going to win. He's going to be the next mayor. He's going to be the first immigrant mayor of an American.
Because the first, we've never had a black man to be mayor in this community.
There you go.
The first immigrant, the first black man, and then the youngest mayor ever too. So we're making history 3 times.
Exactly. Who wouldn't want to make a triple history? This is a triple history moment here, folks. We want to jump onto this and make it work. And so for me, while I may not be voting, but I just believe in good causes and good people. That is what I try to do, like what Joe Dahn said. I believe in providing my time, my resources, and to help good causes and good people, and to be a part of the process, to help elect by what I have done, canvassing with him on Saturday, meeting tons of Liberians, doing this now on social media. I think it's going to make a difference. And as long as my people turn out to vote, he's going to win. He's going to be a next mayor. So, folks, the Cash App number is up there. Give whatever you can give. We're going to really appreciate it. It's 484-686-8419. If you want to come on, if you want to join this live podcast, you want to say something, just let me know. The link is here somewhere. I must have put the link up here somewhere. It's right here, and you can come on. You can join.
I'm being told that the donations have started coming in. We've gotten a couple $100 already. So I'm being told it's coming in.
The
So
people
just-
like
just
to hear that.
put it out there.
They like to know it's coming. I was just going to ask you to give us an update on that. It's very
Absolutely.
important. So keep an eye on it and let us know as the money comes in.
Absolutely.
All we're trying to do here is to help a young man. He came to this country from the refugee camp 15 years ago, landed at JFK. He got a good education. He distinguished himself in college. He became the first Liberian, the first American of Liberian heritage to get appointed to serve on the statewide board of education of the great state of Pennsylvania, appointed by the governor Tom Wolf himself. These are all verifiable facts. I mean, and this is incredible. This is how much this young man has been involved. And this state board of education is where the speaker of the state assembly sits on, the governor himself sits on that particular board, and a whole number of things. He also became the president of the student government association of all of the colleges within the state of Pennsylvania. Do you know what that means? A black boy from Liberia, West Africa, became the president of the Student Government Association of all of Pennsylvania's colleges. That's incredible. In his school at Bloomsburg University, where he got a full scholarship to study political science, he became the first African American in a predominantly white school. A predominantly white school, he was elected as the chairman and CEO of the school's the student government.
Student government,
And in that position, the student government, which owns assets, including real estate and all kinds of things, valued at a tune of $34 million. This young man right here was the CEO managing $34 million in assets belonging to the student government of a predominantly white school called Bloomsburg University. I mean, imagine that. He's always been a leader. He's always been a leader. It's incredible. And he's one of us, and we need to support him so that he gets to that position. We all will be very proud. And so while some of you may not be able to come to Canvas to get the votes out, but your resources, the little money you chip in now, they will make sure they will rent some buses, they will gas up some of their friends' cars, send them out to strategic places, pick people up, and bring them to vote on next Tuesday, the 18th of May. Why are we doing this? You see, this life that we have, the blessing, the resources we have, we should be willing to share. We should always, if we can afford it, whether it's your time, whether it's your dollars, we should be willing to help good people and good causes. The things the people in this country have seen in this young man, the student population at Bloomsburg University, by making him the first Black president and chairman of the student government, entrusting him to manage $34 million in assets belonging to the student government. The thing Governor Tom Wolf, the governor of the great state of Pennsylvania, they saw in this young man to appoint him to sit on the state's board of education. We're not talking about the district board of education. We're talking about the whole state. Incredible stuff. And so this is just it. So I just believe that every time that I see someone as incredible, as hardworking, as determined, as focused as this young man is, I just want to give my time and my resources to help them succeed. Because as the songwriter says, if I can help someone, give him a helping hand, or someone in need, then my life will not have been in vain. That is my motto. That is what I believe in. Helping others, helping good causes. So folks, there you have it. $20, $10, whatever. That's Joe Dahn's Cash App. The money is going to go directly to him. As you can see, the Cash App handle is Joe Dahn. The number is 484-686. 8419. I'm going to repeat that number slowly this time. 484-686-8419. So that's it. Chip in, folks. Send your 20, send your 50, send your 10, send your 5. No amount is too small. You see me all my life. That's what I've tried to do. I've tried to be a helping hand to someone. Sometimes at my own peril. I've lost a lot in life by trying to be a help, but I never regret. I never regret, because you see, the way I was raised, it makes me feel good. My life feels rewarding, or I feel a strong sense of reward, eternal peace and pride and joy when I have been a help to someone. Let me give you an example. So normally people come to me with their issues to talk about on the show. And when I would make it my own, I would defend them, I would fight for them, people I don't even know. And afterwards, after I've talked about their situation, I would normally reach out to them to call them to say, how did it go? Did anything happen? Did we have any traction? Did we move some people? Did something happen? Because I am so happy to hear positive news about other people who are trying to do positive things. That's just who I am. And you should try it. For those of you who don't really understand it. But I know there are a lot of good people out there, because I have been a beneficiary of the kindness and the support, incredible kindness and support of amazing Liberians out there. And I will forever be eternally grateful to you for that. Let's see. I think we have Mr. Bantu back here on the phone.
Cool. So let me add on to what you were just saying, because I think you made a great point. And then I'll let Mr. Bantu get to it.
Yeah, keep giving an update on the Cash App. I like to hear that. I like to know we're making progress. It's important.
We're at $321 right now. We're at $321 right now and still counting.
Okay.
But I just wanted to emphasize. Yeah, I just wanted to emphasize, what Mr. Costa here was saying. This thing, what we're doing here, once again, like I said, even though it's my name and my face going, I want all of you to be assured this is about us, a community. As Mr. Bentu here was just saying, this isn't Liberian politics, or putting out. We have to put our differences to the side for this. Like Mr. Costa here was saying, when we see any one young Liberian doing anything positive, we have to get behind them. Just earlier this week, I had somebody reach out for me. I guess that's an opposition to Mr. Costa and his movement, but reached out to me basically showing support, saying, he's willing to work with Costa and myself and all of us to help get me elected, to put their political differences aside. That's what we should be doing in this, because right here in Delaware County, and Mr. Bantu can attest to, if you go in Upper Darby, the Bangladesh community there, when you see how those people are a close-knit community, even though they have their political differences in their own community. But right now in Upper Darby, those people have a few of their own people elected, because they are able to put all of their political differences from back home aside and all make sure that they can make the most out of what the opportunity that we're given here in America. Because here, this is literally the land of opportunity. And if I'm able to be in the position that I'm in right now, coming to America just 15 years ago, and I'm able to be in this position, any of us, this can happen to any single one of us. And should it happen to the next person, there's another Liberian person, best believe I will be right there with them and helping them to the best of my ability. So because I'm pretty sure there are some people watching right now, that may not agree with some of the things of Mr. Costa saying or things of that, but this is not about him. And he made that very clear. This is about uplifting a young man that's been invested in our community for a long time. So my appeal here is to any other person that may, say, oh, I'm not going to help this young man or this. No. That would be a selfish interest. And that would be, that's something that's very detrimental to the Liberian community in general. So this is the time where we put all of our community, we put all of our differences aside, and we do our very best to work together.
Thank you so much, Joar. Thank you so much for that statement, for that comment. Mr. Banto, you want to say something?
Yeah. Of course, we are going to be going back and forth. Yeah. I think you guys have said everything, but one point I want to throw in here, I want people to understand this as this is not about campaigning here today. As a community organizer, this community, I've been in this country, I've been in this township. Although that are watching today, it will be that I think Joel said it, that why is it Banto, with all the connection and everything that he's doing in that county, he will let a young man, to run off, the child like that. But again, it's not about what I'm doing. Once we can do one or two things to succeed in other area, that is fine. As I stated, our eyes are on other things in this county. And if we have the opportunity to have somebody into certain spot, we have to make use of that. So all my thing that I'm doing here today is we are trying to find solution in this community with a lot of the problems that will go through here. There are a lot of challenges, immigrant and citizen of, low, people that are in a low income bracket go through here with everything within our community. So most of these issues, there's nothing we can do other than being at the very table. So again, Joel is a very young man who been in the system for some time. He has volunteered on so many occasions on other things, even with our community based group. He volunteered his time, his effort, and I mean, he is not a stranger when it comes to the issue that confront us in this community. So I just want to let everybody know that let us disregard the differences with us. I might not agree with Mr. Costa when it comes to Liberia, but I mean, once we find ourselves in certain environment, then of course we have to be there as family, all right? Because what affect Joel, affect Costa, it affects me. So if anything that is coming to give a little relief, we all have to be part of that. So today we are here to talk on the same community issue. It's all about having somebody at the table and making sure that we present some of the problems that we are going through that cannot be handled, from our own level. So, I can give you one example. I mean, I hang out with a lot of people within the community here, like Lansdowne City Mayor, Upper Darby, former city mayor, even the current city mayor. They are all friends. Daniel, they are all friends. They are all friends to me. So I tell you, Lansdowne, a Nigerian guy led our place for almost 3 years as a mayor.
Lansdowne. Okay.
Yeah, Lansdowne, like next to Upper Darby, the township between Darby and Upper Darby. A Nigerian guy led our township for 3 years. Okay, so it is not something that we cannot do. All right, the population of Liberian in this place, African immigrant, it just I don't even know how to put it.
Okay.
And then, apart from that, we are also connected with Americans who also face similar problem that we go through. Okay, so again, I'm appealing to everybody. This is not about this young man. It's all about how we all can be part of the system so that we can fix up some stuff within the system.
All right, Mr. Banto. Thank you very much. Let's leave you there. And we just received Bolo Aisha. Hello? Hold on. I think I muted you. I don't know whether there was some noise from back there. Okay. I just unmuted you. Hi.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. I was thinking about washing, but Jared wanted me to come on so bad. So I decided to come on tonight and just to encourage everybody. I want to say thank you to you, Mr. Costa, and also to our own brother, David, Mr. Banto. We have been running this campaign. Gerald wanted my face on here tonight, so I'm here, Gerald. We want to encourage everybody in the Darby area. We have been going from house to house. We have been calling people, encouraging them to come out. So I'm so glad tonight that, Costa, you have taken up this initiative to do this fundraiser for Gerald, and to make sure that he wins, because we have to do everything from living in Pennsylvania and being involved in the community, because their community is our community. And everybody know, for me, I'm the current vice president for the Library Association in Pennsylvania, also the executive director for the All Liberian Diaspora Women Organization. So Mr. Banto know us. Our name is a household name. You cannot come in Pennsylvania and you don't know. So we are here tonight to support Gerald and make sure that everybody in Darby come out, because we need your support. We need your vote. Those that don't know how to, I know today is the last day in Pennsylvania for the ballot. Like if you have
ballot.
Yes. So today is the last day. So for people that are here and in the Darby area, today is the last day for them to do million ballot. But I'm from the Darby Borough. We have Upper Darby. We have or another candidate running in Upper Darby, another young Liberian that we also supporting. But even though I'm from Upper Darby, but we are in Pennsylvania, so we encouraging everybody in the Darby Borough to please come out. Gerald have to win this. No matter what it is, I don't care what it is, we have to make sure that Gerald wins. So on that day, we will be knocking doors. We will be going to people's houses. We'll be doing everything we can to make sure that, Gerald wins this. Even though he's young, people might say he's young, but he's very sound, very educated. Gerald has been involved in a lot of politics, from the mayor office to the senator's office, just everywhere Gerald has been involved, because everywhere we go, we hear his name, we see him there. So we just want to encourage people to just come out and vote. And we know our Liberian people do not like to come out. Our African people as a whole do not, because from looking at the last election, I think Gerald was like 500 people that came out for the city mayor that won. 500. So
524.
Yes. Okay.
Very low.
Very low. So if everyone all come out to vote for Gerald, I think he will win this. So
Exactly.
We want to encourage people to just come over. Thank you so much for this initiative. And I see my own brother Banto is out here tonight too. So it's good. It's good.
Okay. You're very welcome. Well, folks, there you have it. We will be here for another 20 minutes. The number is there. You can contribute. For some reason, we might have to do another round of fundraiser just before the polls close next week, Tuesday. Maybe we'll schedule one for Sunday. We can do one on Sunday, because we need to get some funds for you to be able to, maybe rent buses or pick people up and drive them to the polling places. That's very important, because once we get those votes out, you will win. It's just that simple, because our people are in the majority. Folks, there is a number, 484-686-8419. That's a Cash App number. You can send your contribution. Joar, do you have a Zelle? Somebody just asked me for a Zelle. Now, do you have any update on the contributions so far, the amount that's coming?
Yeah, we are currently at $331.
Okay.
We're currently
that's trickling in pretty slowly. So perhaps we'll schedule another one for Sunday, but we're here for another 20 minutes. So we're at 8. It's 8 p.m. now. We will leave at 8:20. And then on Sunday, we'll schedule another one. Hopefully, we'll do better with the views and all, because I don't know what's going on with my Facebook tonight. That's pretty strange. 200 plus people. That is strange. So, folks, we're gonna wrap this thing up in 20 minutes. You have the Cash App number there. Send your $10, your $50, your any amount. I see a Harris TK Johnson just said, I already mailed my ballot. Joar, My one vote going in already. So that's very good. So
Thank you.
basically, lots of people receive their ballots, right?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
about 170 people in Darby Borough so far have received mailed-in ballots, and we've been targeting them as well. And Mr. Johnson was one of them. He actually got a call from me. I didn't even know he was a librarian, but his name was on my list. And when I called him, I remember the conversation. He said, "My man, I saw you on Costa Show already. You got my vote." so yeah. Right now, there's still 170 ballots out there. We're currently chasing them. And as while the financial support is amazing, let me also appeal out here that if any of you are in the Darby area or Upper Darby or Delaware County or Philadelphia County, if you're close by, if it's not too much of a drive for you, please come and support us in mobilizing and helping on knocking on doors, because that is just as important as the financial support, especially now with a week left, with only exactly a week from today.
Election day, I'm gonna come out there. I'm gonna come out to help.
Great.
Drive people to the polls to vote. We will do that. We need to get people to vote.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Somebody just asked Ellen Williams. Ellen, where do you live? Ellen Williams, do you live in the Darby area, Darby Borough? She's asking where is the voting going on. Let's be sure where you live first, and Ellen. But Joar, give us a list of those voting places. I mean, people in the Darby area should be familiar with at least a few of them.
Absolutely. If you live in Darby Borough, if you live in the 3rd Ward, your voting location will be Walnut Elementary School, which is right there on Walnut Avenue and 6th Street. If you live in the 1st Ward, your voting location will be the Catholic school right here in Darby, BVM, Blessed Virgin Mary. And then they also have another polling location, the Marvel Funeral Home, which is directly across from that Catholic school. If you live in the 2nd Ward, your voting location will be at the rec center, the recreational center / police department. So Darby Police Department, if you live in that area. If you're not sure of where your voting location is, my cell phone number is the same as the Cash App number that you see here. If you contact me on that number and just let me know your address, I'll be able to let you know, for one, if you are registered to vote, if you even qualify, and 2, where your location will be. So yeah, if you can just let us know. If you can contact me by that number, I'll be more than glad to make sure that you're up and running.
Hey, Joar.
Yes. Mr. Mando, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to ask a quick question. Do you going to need a pool worker?
Oh yeah, my man. That's what I mean by helping mobilize, my man. Yes, we have the t-shirts are ordered and everything.
That area we have to make sure it's covered, because
Yes,
it's very important. So I just want to make sure. Then I will get back with Pastor Dennis.
Absolutely.
So another question, Gerard, that I saw in the chat room that people were asking was, I know it's a write-in, and people were asking what happens if they bring their senior citizen, their old people, how are they going to be able to write it in? So I think that's where, the pool workers come into, so we can be able to educate people there to be able to do that. Because some of the old people can't write. So
Right. So the county will have, Delaware County will have their poll workers that they assign to each of the polling locations. But we as a campaign will also have our own people, obviously, to make sure, nothing strange is happening over there, because that one is common. It's common here in Darby. Usually on election time, something funny will always happen. So we want to make sure we have presence at every single polling location. So, like I said here, if anybody is watching here that's in the area close to the Philadelphia area, come spend Tuesday the 18th with us. Next Tuesday, come hang out with me, and Costa here is going to be here as well. And there are going to be a few other notable people here. So just come spend that time with us if possible. And you can feel free to contact me on my personal cell phone right there.
Yeah, so
hope I'm seeing your question. If Yaden is included in that, no, Yaden has their own mayor. Yaden is a borough separately, so they cannot vote for me, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Folks, as I said, we'll leave in 12 minutes. We'll do another one on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. the same time. We're going to do another round of fundraiser. Today the vibe is not all that great because I know what we normally do here. So maybe I think people love it over the weekend. I just think that's the case. So
Absolutely.
Sunday
So,
evening, no. Sunday evening is not good. Saturday evening, because I should be out on Sunday late. So Sunday is not good. I don't want to tell the people and then we don't do it. Saturday, 7 p.m. We will do another fundraiser here. Saturday, 7 p.m., folks. Mr. Banto, you want to say something?
yeah, I just want to, in fact, I want to make comment here. But before that, I think you said something about your Facebook. We will definitely appeal to you to please open that link. I don't know what is going on, but I think from the Facebook end, you might have
More
good
people.
number of people coming through as compared to just the stream. Yeah. Now,
Oh no,
another thing that I want.
The Facebook is working with the stream, yeah, but for some reason today we're not just hitting the normal view. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
so,
Joar know when he was on the other day. Well, 1,000
Absolutely.
yeah, it's a start.
Absolutely.
You know what? Things happen, man. But again, that can still, get us stepping back.
I will sort it out. Don't worry. Sunday. It will be good on Saturday. Mhm.
Yeah, so
I mean, the ones that are watching, we want to encourage them to go ahead and tell other people, we are not discouraged. Even if it is two on here tonight, we'll make sure they get the news out there. And I think you guys are doing very great by even being on this platform to, send the news out there. So people from here will also go ahead and tell people out there and say, look, our young Liberian fellow is running. This boy is young and we have to take this thing. We have to win. So I think it's okay. But I know for the poster show, it's very big. So, we want more people on here. But our focus is people in Darby. We want them to come up. We want them
We
to
have a
come
few
up.
people here already in Darby. I see Christine King. She says she lives in Darby area.
Yeah.
We have, like that, and Harris T.K. Johnson, gentleman. We have several other people. Yeah.
So Dan, let me strike the very important point before we step out of here, because everything that we are discussing here boils down to that center where the event going to be unfolding. So now, this pool working thing, I know. I play a lot of roles in this community. I work pool so many times. I know what's up. We have to make sure that people that we're going to keep down there with the township group, we have to make sure that they educate people properly, because I think Costa asked a very important question with our senior citizens, people that are on letter. How do you get those people to cast their ballot or to vote? It will depend on those that are working the poll. So we are not going to rely only on people from the township to say, well, they will just run the show. Because like you said, in the tank, a lot of things can happen in our shot tank. We know that. So we have to work in our area. That's the point I just want to stress.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. But I think I want to applaud Costa for just allowing, and David for you guys coming on and just making this work, because every Liberian, we should be able to support each other and make sure that when one is running, we come together. And Jared, I know a lot of people living in Darby for all these years, living here and being involved in the community. I mean, Jared is a very, very good person for those people that are wondering and asking person, and he knows the politics. He knows how to engage our people, and the changes we want in Darby. We know how Darby is. You go to Darby it's one of the areas that you wonder, is this part of America? So we need people that will bring changes in Darby, just not for the African community, but also the African American, the white, and just everybody. We need some changes in Darby. So that's why we need a young person that will come in there and be able to help and bring those changes that we need in Darby. So we encouraging everybody, just come on and vote JD for city mayor for Darby. Come out, everybody. We encourage you to tell your friends, tell your family. Let's do it one person at a time. Let's spread the news, let everybody know, and I think we'll do better.
Thank you very much. Well, folks, we're gonna wrap this up. Saturday, 7 p.m. We will be back here. Saturday, 7 p.m. We will be back here to do this, to raise the money for our dear young brother. I see my business at Nellie K. Roberts. Nellie K. Harris Roberts is suggesting we take the fundraiser to the Costa show. Well, we always raise money in the evening here, weekend, and we normally do well. So I think today is just a low vibe day. Maybe it's Tuesday, second day in a week. But Saturday will be great. Joar, you want to tell us how much we've raised so far? That should certainly get more of those yard signs, or at this critical point in the campaign, I'm sure it's not yard signs you need other things, right?
Literatures, and this is amazing, because I actually just put an order in for literatures tonight. So let me just say that this funds is going towards literatures for the next week, and I'm picking those literature up tomorrow. And so far, we have a total of $527.
Okay.
Just the literature alone that I just ordered cost about $1,200. But this is amazing. This for the 5 million that we've been on here, we have $527 so far.
Well, my brother,
I know your show can do better, because I see it for 20,000 up in an hour or two.
That one ain't. Yeah, I mean, Jack, yesterday morning we bought a whole cow. 1,400. So, I mean, we know what we can do. But hey, today might be because it's maybe it's a low vibe day. But hey, we're gonna be back here, folks, Saturday, 7 p.m. And so go and put your little thing aside. And I'm gonna sort the thing out with the Facebook. Hopefully, we'll get up to 800 to 1,000 people. Yeah, the more the merrier, and we should be able to do better. Let's get your partner comments. Each of you, Mr. Banto, 30 seconds, and Sister Bolo, 30 seconds, and then we'll come to the candidate himself, the next mayor of Darby Borough, Mr. Joe Dahn, and Mona Kuti. Thank you. This is just 10:50. You heard him. He's got to go pay for. He got to go pay for literature. It's very important. That's what they hand out. He hands those things out to people. I mean, I was with him on Saturday. Everywhere we went, we had to hand it out to the people, talk to them, make the case, tell them how they're going to vote, because he's a writing candidate, but basically highlights everything he's done, essentially every significant thing he's done. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Harris T.K. Johnson said 2 of my workmates also mailed the ballots, and he says that another 2 votes. And they were very happy when I told them about Joar. There you go. So you won Harris T.K. Johnson, and he then went and told 2 people about you. So that's 3 votes just from one place. This is the word of mouth thing. You don't have to have the whole of Darby Borough yet, but you just have to have a good number of people in Darby Borough. They're going to go and be the messenger. And look on Saturday. Look at some of the people we had there. Those are people who came because they heard you on the show. You made a very powerful case for why you're running for mayor. They were very impressed. In fact, the gentleman who called, what's his name? What was it? Johnson too, right? And Athanasius Johnson.
Athanasius, the math tutor.
Yeah, and he was there. He was with us on Saturday, was he not?
Absolutely.
He came out. He said he was going to do it, and he came out and he helped. And we went around. Mr. Anderson, Mr. Anderson was also out there with us, with his son, 6-year-old or 7-year-old son, and it was beautiful. We had a good time. The president of Joar, the largest Bassa association in the Americas, he was also there with us.
Stephen Gbagbo, I know he's tuned in too. Big brother, thank you for your support. And anyway, of course, I will do closing comments later.
Yeah. So we want to take the lady first, Sister Borough, and then we'll go to Big Brother David Banto, and then we'll come to our candidate, and he will close up. Saturday, 7 p.m. All my people, all the Henry Costa people, I know y'all can never let me down. Y'all save up the little money. If you're supposed to go buy some kind of little thing that are not too important, keep some of that money. And we're going to support this boy and make him the next mayor. And we'll all be very proud and we'll celebrate that for the good of our community and for our people. Let me tell you something. When every time something good happens for one of us, is an impetus. It encourages other people to want to do good. And it's a good thing. The more good we do, the better. Because you know what? There are what you call tangible benefits and intangible benefits. The intangible benefit is the psychological boost that it gives you. That if Joe Dahn could do it, he came here 15 years ago, I too can do it. Or I will make sure my son would do it. That is the intangible psychological boost that we all get from seeing one of us succeed in something very, very good. So let me take Sister Bolo, and then we'll come to Brother Banto, and then we'll come to Brother Dahn. And so while they're talking, you'll still be sending sponsor money because the man got to go pay for that literature tomorrow. That's the one they hand out. Y'all be sending the money. $20, $10, y'all send the money. Yes.
Yes, y'all please send the money. I want to say thank you very much. Send the money as an advisor to this campaign here to our own Joar. We want to make sure and do everything for Joar to win. So if you're in the Darby Borough, please come out to come and vote for Joar on next week. Tuesday we will be out there and we want to encourage everybody. So I say thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Costa, for allowing us to come on your show. This is what we have to do as Liberians, especially living in the U.S. So this is my thing tonight. Come out, vote. Joar Dahn, DJ. Come out and vote. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, dear sister. Let's go to Mr. David Banto. Mr. Banto?
We are right. So, Mr. Costa, let me begin with you. I just want to say thank you. I know I'm one guy. Like I said tonight, I might be critical of you on other issues, or maybe we don't agree on issues.
But that doesn't matter when it comes to supporting and working together.
Once we can, no, I'm just making a point for the. I don't have.
No, I understand that. No, I'm agreeing with what you're saying.
Yeah, we are all committed people. So actually, what needs to be done. We have to do it. So again, I just want to say thank you for stepping behind this young man. I think you made a very salient point tonight that when something good is happening to one of us, it's happening to all of us. So based on that, coming out here, it's a very big deal for everybody to be encouraged. If you have personal problem with Cole, with Dahn, with Costa, with Banto, this is not where we should do it tonight. Because the thing is, it's all about us. This young man, in a much with his age, he's a very talented young man who been in the system, the man know how to play with the system. And again, outside of that, this man, the technocraft, there are people that backing this man. So he will do bigger things, tomorrow if he's in there. I can assure you that. Because there are people that are hanging with him that understand the system better. So again, Dahn, I want to say thank you for bringing us on board as a community man. You know me, when it comes to issues that are affecting us, we have to step it up, whether it's with the mayor, with the police commissioner.
Oh, we there.
We have to fight it. We have to, because it's just something that's affecting all of us. So again, let me know who you are, our lady. Thanks for coming. Mr. Costa, Saturday, we expect you back here, please.
7 p.m.
Okay.
That's my commitment. When I give my word, if I can't make it, I'll say ahead of time. But I'm sure 7 p.m. on Saturday. In fact, my business Nelly K. Roberts they we that pay week. So Saturday, okay. My Cali Yimpon Roberts say the same thing. Saturday will be good.
For the listening public here, let me make a quick point here. This man that my brother-in-law, but he don't know. The little man with him there, that our little man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, of course. Related to my ex-wife. Yeah, yes, he from the man. Banto, of course. Yeah,
yeah, so I mean, but I really appreciate it on a serious note, though. I mean, because this is what we need. Every hands on the table, man.
What my brother Thomas Cry, my man Thomas saying, let him, man. Thomas Cry, see, yeah, shout out to you, and give my regards to wifey as well. So hey, let's before we go to the candidate to give us his closing comments, and we'll be back here Saturday 7 p.m. I show you we'll raise some good mat. I will stretch us over, tie us over straight to the end of the process. But give us the latest update on how much we have so far in that Cash App. How much we have?
We have $652 so far.
Okay.
So
my man Thomas Kruak, I'm gonna take it off the $700. $652. Thomas, just send $50. It will go to 700. That boy can do import, export, business. He's selling.
Before I I put the money in.
Hey, my man, I know what that man can do. Yeah, that man, I'm a Paul. All right, folks. So hey, listen up. Good, beautiful. Thank you so much. I like that. Somebody just sent me a good message. Thank you so much. All right, so let's go to the honorable incoming mayor. My man Thomas Grass. Okay. Honorable incoming Lord Mayor.
Yes.
Darby Borough. Darby Borough is a wonderful place. It's got a rich history. It's got a lot of our citizens there, our brothers and sisters. So that means a lot to us, you know. And it's a mix of people from different backgrounds, and having you as mayor of a place that will only take me 45 minutes to drive to will make me very proud. I know they will make me very proud that when I'm driving through there, I will say to myself, yes, I was a little part of making this happen, and that is all that I want to be able to say. So, Honorable Incoming Lord Mayor, let's give you the opportunity to close up. And when you finish, then you can check the Cash App, because by that time, my man Thomas will have already sent the $50 to move that money off the 700. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to be grateful. We've been here for a little over an hour, and we've raised pretty close to, $700. It's got to mean something. These are tough times, and people will dip into their little, purses and wallets to do that. It's appreciative, and want to thank all of you who have given. And for those of you who gave, who are taking pay this week, who will give on Saturday, and we're looking forward to that very frantically. And we're praying that everything will come in well. So let's come to you, Joar. Give us your parting comments.
Absolutely. Coach, well, let me start off by extending my gratitude to you, Darby, for inviting me onto your platform. I know I see my business that Aisha Lafayette because my colloquial. She used to me speaking there, but I made it clear last time I was on yet. I was speaking my colloquial. When I'm talking to my people, I gotta talk to my people like I'm talking to my people.
I understand.
I pull it away. But let me start with just expressing my gratitude to Costa once again, man, for having me on your platform. Thank you. I was able to identify with a lot of my constituents through you. My first appearance on your show, a lot of the people that reached out to me, I didn't even know about already that were from Darby. So just coming on your platform, I was able to identify with some of my constituents, and they came out and actually supported as far as knocking on doors and canvassing. That means more to me you know, than any other way of support. You know, actually coming here and knocking on the doors, having a physical field presence is what's going to win this campaign. So, Costa, I want to thank you for that, and you know, thank your co-host as well. I know he couldn't be on here tonight, but you guys did a fantastic job with the last time that I was on here. So, just want to extend that gratitude to you and to everybody else that's watching. I'm a young man. Listen, my mind, my partner, Josephine and Ato, but I don't belong to just them. I'm for the community. You know, like my mom who born me, but I'm the community's son. I'm all of your son. So I'm really depending on every single one of y'all to take me where I'm supposed to be, or, you know, wherever is available for me. You know, this thing I'm doing here, a 24-year-old young man, there's no way that I'm able to navigate this system on my own. You know, so it's the prayers and the support of all of you, and you know, that's gotten me to the place where I am today. So I'll appeal to all of you here tonight that you keep supporting me as best as you can. Keep me in your prayers, especially with the process, because if there's anything, I don't know how much y'all know about the American politics, but it's ugly, it's nasty, it is bad. You know, but you know, as a young man, I'm able to navigate it. You know, as I'm doing it, I need the support of all of you. You know, this is the time for us to rally behind each other and see how best we can uplift each other. So if you want to learn more about me, feel free to visit my website at jfkdahn.com, www.jfkdahn.com, to learn a little bit more about me and my platform. And, you know, what I know Costa told you guys a little bit about my background already and, you know, my platform. But if you want to read it more in depth, it's much more elaborated on my website. So I encourage you all to visit that as well. I've asked for administrative leave from the Senate. As Costa mentioned, I work for the Pennsylvania Senate, but I've asked for a few days off for this next week. So for this whole next week, you know, I usually would campaign starting at 5 o'clock when I get off work, but we are on it. We're on it now earlier. So if any of you here, like I said, is in the Delaware County or Philadelphia County area, please, my phone number is on the screen. Text me. You are able to come, and even if it's just to donate an hour or a couple hours of door knocking time with us, please come. Please come. I really would love to meet you and knock on doors with you as well. Realistically speaking, this race can easily be won if we come out. This is why I'm appealing to the immigrant community specifically. My American supporters have been strong supporters, and I know that they will come. I'm coming here specifically taking the time, because when I become mayor, I'm mayor for the whole Darby Borough, not just for the Liberians in Darby Borough. But right now, I'm catering specifically to the immigrant community because we don't historically come out. So we need to come out this year. The last mayoral election was in 2017, 4 years ago. That was a total of 524 people total that came out to vote for mayor. 524. My student government election in college had more people come out than that. So and here in Darby, between me, Costa, and Sis Aisha and Mr. Ben here, we all know about 500 Liberians in Darby. So imagine if there's only 500 people that came out in the last election, and then the one prior to that, which 2013, 490 something people total came out. There are 11,000 people in Darby, and we having 500 people that come out. That means there are all thousands of other voters that just decide not to come. And those are the other voters that we really need to bring out. And most of them, a good portion of them, are immigrants, are Sierra Leoneans, Liberians, from the Caribbean. And so it's time for us to mobilize as a community, and right now let's all stick together and see how best we can make this happen. Because when this happens, this is history. You know, this isn't just history in Delaware County, because the whole Delaware County is listening to this race. They're all paying attention to it. But when we pull this off, now that becomes national history, not just Delaware County history anymore. Because now we're running as a write-in, so the odds is against us. And then plus we're making history 3 times: the youngest mayor, the first immigrant, and the first Black man. So this is a journey that, you know, is gonna be historic, and I really hope that we all can take the time to be a part of this journey. And as I always said, and I will keep emphasizing, even though I may be the face of this journey is not about me. So my people, I appealing to y'all. However, y'all can, if y'all can come out and support by knocking on doors, my personal phone number is there. Contact me. Mr. Costa, I will send him the campaign Facebook page. I can't personally accept any more personal Facebook requests, but if you connect with us on the campaign page, I can be able to respond with you that way. And then, especially if you're interested in coming to help mobilize, because in next week, we need more presence at the door. We need more people. And I just ordered thousands of literatures. My team and I, we can't take those thousands of literature and give it out by ourselves. So we need people, we need hands. We need boots on the ground to be able to distribute those literature. So if any of you are interested, please contact us, and we'll make sure, we win this for all of you. Mr. Costa, I want to once again.
Not everybody can understand literature, so define. Not everybody understand what you mean by
flyer.
You break it down.
Oh yeah.
He said bogo flyer.
Now the queen word for it, we call it literature.
Yeah, the thing you can read. Anything you can read is literature. All of that bogo.
Be talking about literature stuff. Right?
Yeah, my people. What in the man called literature? They're not a bogo. They're not literature in high school.
Listen. I took that page from your book, my man. Learning the BB words then too to impress people. By I was tuned in.
Joar, check the cash out. My man Thomas Crossing just driving on a beat, and there's a Washington player. He said he dropped $40 too. So let's see. The last time we were what 6:52.
Yeah.
What are we now? Where are we?
We are currently at 792. I think somebody can make it 800, my man.
Yes, 792. Let somebody send $10 to make it 800. There you go. $792. Somebody send $10. Okay, we're not going to somebody send $10. I don't like 792. It's not a very good number. Just
it's an odd number.
It's an odd number. Say $8. Make it just say 8. You want to send 10, so make it 8.
One even number.
Yeah, one even number, 800. I like that number 8 with two zeros.
20.
Yeah. So somebody make it 800. Then we'll close up. Joe, be checking. The moment you see it, we're at it's 8:35 p.m. Eastern time. We're gonna close up anytime. Somebody send $10. Somebody send $8.
I got my people on 6th Street. All the 6th Street people, if you're watching, make that thing $800.
The man gotta go pay for the literature tomorrow.
You gotta pay for the flyer because not everybody understands the literature. So
the American way to say it. I remember working with American people campaigns. So they call it literature. Like, bro, call it flyer. My man, bring the flyer. All right. So
hey, and that takes us to $812. We just got our $20 sent in.
Okay.
Actually, another $10 came. We $822 now.
Okay.
But no any odd number though. We want even.
No, we want an even number, man. So where are we right now? I mean, they can't go take us. Then you should have just stopped at 800, man. Then you look at yeah.
No, we are even number now. I think we can call it a day. We are $822. $822 in hour 28 minutes.
Beautiful, folks. So that is good. Saturday, we're gonna be here on Saturday to raise some more funds to help this young man with a good cause that he's fighting. Thank you all so much. God bless you all who gave. God bless you all who wished him the best. God bless you all who will be voting, and who know people who might be voting or who is eligible to vote. We encourage you to become an independent campaign manager yourself for him. We will really appreciate that. It will mean a great deal to us. We need to get this young man in the mayor's office. He's going to do some great stuff there. The police fall directly under the mayor. That's the beauty. The police, the Darby Borough Police, take their instructions from the mayor. So imagine having a Liberian mayor, Liberian American mayor, in a predominantly Liberian community, Liberian and Sierra Leonean or immigrant community in general. Imagine that. Now that doesn't mean you can go do wrong and the mayor will back you, no, but just having the mayor in charge of the police force gives you a certain degree of comfort, you know, because there are lots of things. You see, do you know why police reform is a difficult thing in these United States? Because these things are handled at a very local state levels. Those are the levels at which policing and all that kind of stuff. So these are the people who call the shots. The mayor, the local government people, the city council, they decide these things, they run these things. So hey, let's give our support to this young man. Saturday, we're going to be back here. The election itself is happening on Tuesday next week, the 18th, and in Darby Borough. If you know somebody who lives there, give them a call, encourage them to get out and vote for this young man to make him the first immigrant, the first black, and the first, that would make it the first black, right?
The first black man. We've had a black woman.
Man, of course, yeah, the first black man. Yeah, and the youngest. So the three first. That's history. That is a triple whammy. I want to be part of that process.
Oh yes.
Thank you so much, folks. God bless you all, guys. Check that cash out. Check that cash out again. Somebody just messaged me something.
Absolutely. We are at. Oh, people send this on to my own personal number too. You're supposed to send to the campaign number, my people.
No, you gotta read off.
Anyway, they send it.
We're not getting one of money. What is it?
So 832 on the campaign number, and then and then 45 on my regular number.
That's very good. Well, folks, thank you so much. That's about $900 we raised.
900, yes.
Guys. I'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you. Good night.
All right, you're welcome. Bye-bye.